Hello YouTube, my name is Carla, welcome to LunAscention, and today's video is all about meditation. What is it? How do we do it? How do we enter into that space? It's a keyword that's really thrown around a lot, and how do we begin to start our own journey with it? Stay tuned. So it has been a while since I made a video specifically for YouTube, and I'm really gonna do my best to start producing more consistent content. Thank you to those of you who have remained. This channel will definitely be revived in a way that hopefully serves you and that still resonates with you in terms of spiritual content, connection, growth, etc., etc. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carla. I am a psychic, spiritual teacher, meditation and yoga teacher, and I've been putting a lot of my energy lately into launching programs. So if you would like to connect in that capacity, please head on over to my website. Of course, we'd love to have you join us on Instagram and Facebook, etc., etc. Join us on other platforms where there's a lot more happening, especially on Insight Timer. And of course, because this video is about meditation, Insight Timer is such a wonderful meditation app, and I'm doing a lot of content, lives, and teachings in that space, as well as guided meditations. So do head on over if you're interested in exploring meditation a little bit further and connecting with us in that way. I channel a group of higher dimensional light beings whom I refer to as the Blue Team. I feel so honored to be doing this work and to be working with such amazing light beings. So thank you for being with me on this journey. So meditation has been defined and thought of in so many different ways. So of course, all I can provide you with here is my opinion, my viewpoint, and my exploration of meditation. There will be teachers that define it slightly differently, and I really like to have a very broad definition, right? And I think that so many of us, whether we know it or not, enter into meditative states quite a lot more than we actually realize. And you know, meditation, as explained by Sadhguru, is not really something you do. It's a quality that you bring about, and this quality is actually perfectly natural for all of us to enter, to call in, to create. And so many of us do it when we're in a state of creation, right? Painters meditating through making of music, when you're walking quietly in nature. Many sportsmen as well, right, will enter into a meditative state when they go into that space of hyper focus, right? And it's essentially, and I think this is quite a basic definition, it's clearing the clutter from your mind, that constant that goes on. In Buddhism, they call it the monkey mind, right? It's clearing that and coming to that space that is you, your source, right? And some people will define this as connecting with God or goddess or spirits or your guides. But it is a state, a space where you bring about a piece of calm, where you connect in with who you truly are, and you detach from the constant chatter of the mind. It is a space where freedom is found. It is a space where liberation is found. And so there are so many different ways that you can meditate. And as already mentioned, if you don't want to do the very typical thing where you sit down and, you know, focus on a mantra or focus on your breath and sit and do nothing, which of course we must recommend as one of the best practices to bring in. You can also do things like go for a walk in nature, breathe deeply, do yoga, right? Yoga is a wonderful form of movement meditation. There's Tai Chi, there's martial arts, right? Any form of letting go of that mental chatter. But now speaking more specifically around a seated meditation practice, you sit down, you go quiet, you make the body still. And the most simple and easiest way really to enter that space is to focus on the breath, because the breath is always there and the breath is calming. Of course, there is mantra meditation, right, where you use the repetition of a word or a sentence in order to distract the monkey mind, right, and to bring about the peace that is associated with the vibration of that word. And you know, this form of meditation has been practiced in many different cultures. There's a misconception that it's only coming from the East. Of course, the teachings from the East have greatly influenced this idea of meditation, and is truly a profound gift that has been given to the rest of the world in terms of teachings coming from places such as India, China, and Tibet, right? The East. And of course, there is also visualization, which is often, you know, brought into this idea of meditating. And visualization, you know, it's a totally different form, and in fact I find it a lot more of an active form, right? It takes you on some kind of visual journey where you project yourself into the place you want to be. So this is a lot more active, although all forms of meditation can be seen as active to a certain extent. You know, even focusing on the breath is an activity. Even focusing on a mantra is an activity. But visualization is really a space where we begin to tap into a more creative form of meditation, where we can really start weaving and reprogramming the subconscious. And I must say that it's really excellent to start with a quietening exercise before moving towards something such as visualization, or to have both practices in. All right, so let's just take a few moments to go into a very basic meditation practice, which is a practice you can begin with straight away. So the first thing you want to do, and if you need to pause the video, please do it now, is to just stretch the body and move the body around a bit so that you can bring yourself into a space of feeling comfortable, right? If you need to stretch or move the spine, just listening intuitively to the body. Maybe you want to cultivate your meditation practice after exercise. It's much easier to, you know, sink into a sense of relaxation, into that sense of calm after the body has moved. Of course, yoga is the one I'm going to recommend as a yoga teacher. So come to a comfortable seated position, whether that is sitting cross-legged on the ground or in a chair, with your spine in an upright, straight and aligned position. Of course, if you have trouble getting comfortable in a seated position, you can meditate lying flat on your back. I did this for many years, but there is something to be said about sitting upright, and many people fall asleep when they lie down. So make the decision that is best for your body and your temperament. And you can place your palms in your lap or gently at your side and begin to tap into the sound of your breath. And maybe as you inhale, you can feel the subtle movement in your spine as it grows long. And on the exhale, just inviting in that feeling of release, of letting go, of relaxation. And if you like to help yourself to really sink into the sound and the flow of your breath, you can slightly constrict the back of your throat so that it kind of sounds like the ocean, making the breath more audible. And maybe you begin to just observe how deep the breath is. Maybe you notice that it begins to deepen. Maybe you invite in the allowance of expansion in your stomach. Just inviting in that energy of connection, that energy of relaxation with each inhale, and letting go on the exhale. Maybe you'd like to focus all of your attention at one point. Maybe it's the flow of air as it moves in and out at the bridge of your nose. And if thoughts appear in your mind, that's alright, it's perfectly normal. Just imagine that they are a stream of consciousness that flows past you. Just let go of them and catch yourself thinking. Just let them flow by. Come back to the sound of your breath. There are any sounds that are distracting you in the background, just allowing them to sink you deeper into the present moment, deeper into that sense of acceptance, deeper into your own presence. Anchoring your entire being in that flow of your breath. Feel you've had enough, just give yourself a smile, give yourself a hug, and gently open your eyes, coming back into the space. really is that simple. Just taking time to detach from thinking, to connect in with who you are, to connect in with the peace that is always available to us in every moment, to connect in with the power that you have to bring calm, to bring joy, to bring acceptance, to breathe. So I'd also just like to give a couple of the benefits of meditating, and I want you to know this is really well researched. Please go do your own research. I'm not actually going to link anything here right now, but I have read a lot about it. And meditation is one of the #1 ways to cure stress, to deal with stress. Stress has also been shown to be the #1 killer of this day and age, and it improves your health, it improves your mental ability, it improves your mental state, it improves your emotional well-being, it improves every aspect of your life. It really is the #1 tool for stepping into your power. Beautiful souls, please do head on over to Insight Timer, download this amazing app to journey with on this this beautiful meditation journey, right? And do go tap into our guided meditations in that space. We have a number of different types of practices there, and we hope you enjoy the experience.